I had to ask for permission to tell you guys this one, so you are going to want to stick along. It is a pretty good story, interesting story, also a lot that you can learn from it. So I'll jump right into it. About 6 months ago or so, I had a Facebook friend reach out to me, and the message said, "Do you know a real estate attorney?" And so I do, but I wanted to find out a little bit more information on what was going on before I, just sent somebody there, cold feet, I guess, if you would. And so we got to talking a little bit. And so for the sake of the story, this guy's going to be unrepresented, or he represented himself. And so that's the way we're going to kind of tell the story. And so I guess he had found a house that he liked about 6 months ago. Or no, I'm sorry. It's probably close to a year now, or maybe 9 months. And so he found a house, and when you find a house, you get what's called the option period. And this is when you get to do diligence on the property, and you're only in it for, I don't know, $100. So you can back out, you can decide to leave and not be tied to this house or property for just $100. It's a huge advantage. It operates kind of like layaway, I guess, if you would. And so you want to take full advantage of that time, especially if you know that there's some things that, you might have questions on, or that are questionable, that you want some more fine-tuned answers, or I guess expertise, professional answers, right? You want to bring in somebody who specializes in this field, whatever the field may be: plumbing, roofing, foundation, so on and so forth, right? And so they went through this option period, and the house had foundation work on it. And so that's one thing, right? You guys have heard me talk about foundation, and truthfully, there are some parts of town it's going to happen. And it happens over the course of time. Sometimes it can happen a lot quicker because of the lack of maintenance or preventative measures. And so you can do a good job maintaining it, or trying to maintain it as best as you can, but more than likely over the course of time, you will see some problems that will need to be repaired. And then again, over the course of that time, after those repairs, more than likely, based on the area that you're in, you might have to do some repairs again in the future. And so that's something that's very important to know, especially when you're looking in some of these areas that are prone to that, because San Antonio has quite a few. And so this house specifically did have foundation work on it. And so if you know anything about foundation companies, a lot of times they will tie warranties to their work. And if you know anything about San Antonio, so San Antonio we have terrible soil in some spots. And then there's going to be some people that try and take advantage of that. And so what that looks like, foundation companies basically pop up nightly. There will be a new one, and there will be one kind of going out of business. It's the truth. You can kind of look it up. And so what happens is you have these people that, are in business for 6 months, and they're knocking out all these houses and giving these people these warranties. And, next thing you know, something goes wrong 2 years down the road, and you call them and they're out of business. The owner's in Mexico drinking Mai Tais, or in jail. Who knows what the case is, right? But you can't get them on the phone. So this warranty now is just a piece of paper. And so it's important to know who's doing business. And this is something that you can do, right? So during that option period, what that looks like is, you get this warranty, and you want to make, contact with whoever's on the other side of that warranty and make sure, hey, is this transferable? Are you guys still operating? Are you still in San Antonio? So on and so forth, right? You want to ask all the right questions and get the right answers, because you're making a huge purchase. If you get any type of suspicious answer, you need to be suspicious. And so that's kind of what this story looks like. So, he buys this house. He's okay with it having foundation work. And I guess the foundation work was done, I don't know, kind of recently. And he was okay with that because he got a warranty. But he didn't do diligence, or they didn't do diligence on the company and finding out if they were still in business or not. And unfortunately, they were not in business anymore. So what does that look like? So the buyer bought the property. The buyer signed for the property. The buyer had no issues taking possession of the property. And I know for the buyer that this warranty was part of the deal, but unfortunately, you as a buyer and a buyer's agent, some of these things are kind of up to you to make sure that everything's going to happen correctly. And it's super important. And again, this isn't, you can talk to anybody on the side of the road here in San Antonio, and this isn't going to be common knowledge. This is going to be coming from somebody who's sold and bought real estate in San Antonio for a while, and any other realtor could probably tell you this too. But you just want to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to protect your investment and protect your peace of mind. So that's kind of all I had. We're 5 minutes and 30 seconds in. So, all right, everyone have a great day. Take it easy.